Okay. So as usual, the first thing we do when we come to the markets every morning is to check the calendar to see what's going on. So the Bank of England governor is going to speak at 1:30 p.m. and the GDP would be the currency of reference at that point. And then at 4:30, the Bank of Canada governor is also going to speak. So those are the only two um, news that may come in during our trading session. And then at 9:30 p.m., FOMC member, that one is not really, going to disturb us because of the time. So these are the two times that, in case at any point in the market today, you notice there is a lot of maybe there may be a lot of like an influx of momentum at certain times. You just know that it's coming from the fundamentals. Okay. All right. So we are done. We don't spend time there. So we'll start with this our trade call that we had the other day is currently playing out nice. This was, I think it was is it yesterday we called it, or a bit Tuesday's call. Hmm. So basically, yesterday we were waiting for it to come back to entry. So what he did yesterday was to print this inducement at that area. That's what we did yesterday, was to print this inducement at that area. Okay. So the trade hit and then it triggered and then it is currently running well. So if we can get to this point, I want to break below here so that we can go break even and to start to, protect our trades and our risk. Okay. So this one was a very easy call. It was a very easy call. It was QMR. You use QMR to set it up. Upon taking here with a body, we know that we are going to look for continuation. So we just want expansions to trade from on the immediate lower time frame. So we had an expansion that happened here, but this one did not hold as much because price broke forth. So this was another place that price looks like it will trade from. Okay, and now as a way to further like validate this place, we had a sweep of liquidity here. Then we now had a break of structure. Sorry, make sure that well. We now had a break of structure here, and then we now had what here was now our inducement liquidity. We know that price likes to do two things: to seek out liquidity and to do what? And to rebalance old imbalance. So this one had liquidity and also had imbalance. So you know that when price comes back here, it's going to fall. So normally we would have entered straight up from here, but for re-entry and confirmation purposes, we now had a new what? A new sweep here. This place was a sweep, a new break, and then a new inducement alongside with imbalance. So everything that we had here before coming to conclusion here, we now had it what here on a smaller scale. That is what offered us a better entry, if I can say that, right? So normally we entered straight from here, we would have had about 30 something pips stop loss, But entering from here, we have about 16 pips stop loss. And then if this trade should run to this, let me put that 3R. If this trade should run to 3R here, imagine this is 3R just between here and here of about 40 something pips. But if we want 3R for this initial trade, 3R there will be like, let me see, 3R will be somewhere down here. The risk to reward ratio, as you can see, that's 403. So you see that's 103.5 pips or so. So you see the power of refinement. Let me not say confirmation. It's still confirmation, but it's more of refinement, right? It gives you a better risk to reward ratio. And then of course, your trades will, close faster than the bigger one. So you don't need to spend all day waiting for the trade. Okay, so this was how this AUD CHF went. So I don't know if there's anybody. I hope the people that got on the trade, right? I hope the people that got on the trade. Let me see. I think I did I. Okay, I deleted the signal write up that I wrote here. So let us see how today goes. Hopefully we can go lower. I want us to come back to this place. We come back here to break this line here. Then okay, Oluti, I see your text. That's great. Okay. Who else? Prince. All right, that's nice. So I hope you can come back here. When we come back here, we can start to let me see how many R that is. That's about 1 point something R. Okay. If we can come back there, we can start to secure our our trade, right? We can start to secure our trade, eliminate our risk and all of that. So, okay, sorry, give me a moment. All right. So that's that for AUD CHF. Okay. So let's talk about EU and then we'll talk about gold. And it's been a while. I said if you have anything you are looking at, you should send. It's been a while. I said that normally I know of course we have other things we are looking at and we want to share. I hope you can have time to touch it because I didn't do synthetics yesterday, so I need to do it today. Okay. So just go ahead and send one or two currencies that you're looking at, and then we're going to, check it out together. So, in view of still trying to sell Euro USD to this low, if I'm to go to the line chart, if I'm to switch to the line chart, what will you see? You see that we want the most recent expansion. Where's my pen? The most recent expansion so that we can sell from. This is not the most recent expansion. This is where we had the last proper break of structure. When you study, when you get more acquainted with these things, you know that all these things are just noise. What we care about is the swing points, the swing highs and the swing lows. So if let me say price wants to retrace and I start doing something like this, I don't care about all of this. I know that when it comes here, my trade is triggered and then I'm coming for this low. So anyhow he wants to come for this low, it's not my business. If he wants to start doing something like this before he reaches that low, that's his business. So what we care about are the points that the market is really creating the swing highs and the swing lows. So when I'm seeing all these things like this, it doesn't matter to me because I know that this is where I'm interested in. When price falls and comes back to this place, I start looking for myself. So whatever way price retraces or plays around is not my business because price is doing what it normally does. So our own is to just look for how to enter. So this was the last expansion, and then I think I spoke about it, saying that this place also coincides. That expansion area also coincides with this key level here. Can you see this was like a support zone? I think I mentioned this yesterday. This was a support zone here. And then price has broken forth with fair value gap as I just drew and also printed what? Trendline liquidity. So as price is trading back inside this place, if I see something like this, is this not a sign for me to sell Euro USD? So I am going back to this chart to talk about it because we are currently retracing to that point, right? We're currently retracing to this point. Okay. So when we get here, we can start looking for a sell opportunity. All right. Then I said if this place for some reason does not hold, this is where price may be coming from. This other place. See, this is also like a place that price played with, they now broke. So you see, that makes it a very interesting point also for us. It also has liquidity and imbalance. So you see, everything is also valid there. But we take it one step at a time. Let's see if this one will work. If this one doesn't work before we turn our focus to this other side. Okay, so that's how we do it. That's how we do it. So that's Euro USD. Nothing much, nothing go straight to the point. Check it out. If it's there, we take. If it's not there, if it didn't there, it didn't there. You leave it alone. So that's just the way it is. Uh, let's see gold. I said something on gold yesterday that we should be very, very cautious. Gold did something. Gold touched this demand here and started buying. At the same time, he also touched a sell key level here and started selling. So definitely at this point, there was like, so I say there was bound to be some sidewaysness at this today. That if you go to the H4, the H4 now, this is like the deciding factor, this other block here, or the deciding factor of what price will do. I said if price should take here and start coming to the downside, then we can sell. But if the H4 should start going back up, right? If the H4 should start giving us side, break of structure to the upside, that means we may be looking to buy. And you can see, so that's why I said don't do anything for gold yesterday, and that is how that H4. So that means it seems maybe the buyers from this place may be stronger than the people that are trying to sell from here. So we can never know. So all we're just trying to do is to see the next move. Now, we have seen the next move, which is a break. So let this candle close above to force to confirm it. Okay. Another thing I'm seeing is that previous day high was taken. So usually we know that when previous day high is taken, we like to look for the downside a bit. So for us to buy, since previous day high was just taken like, today, for us to buy, we need a new 4-hour expansion. So that's why I say be patient. If you don't see it, don't take it, don't trade it. So we need a new 4-hour expansion. Okay. So what I'm looking at, so even though I have broken above, or we have broken above this order block, for us to fully confirm that this thing is either we get a new 4-hour expansion today for us to trade from, or today now closes bullish on the daily time frame. Today closes bullish the way it is, then we can now say, oh, okay, we can now look for a buy, maybe from this place I wanted to sell from. Can I expect price to trade back and buy? Because if I switch to the line chart, you see that this place is still an expansion. See, can you see? This place is still an expansion. Can you see that? So there's every tendency that if today closes bullish, price can come back here to buy. So are you seeing the two things I'm looking at to happen before I actually enter a buy? Is either number one, from where we are, the H4 starts giving me something like this, and then we buy, or today should close bullish the way, the way it is, the way today closes bullish, and then we can now look to retrace back to here and continue the buy. Is that okay? So please don't be in a hurry to lose money. If you're going to lose money, lose it well, so that at least you know that another day you're going to make money. All right. So that's the view. That's the view. The reason why I'm not jumping on a buy is because we just swept previous day high. The moment you sweep previous day high, we have to be very careful in case, because price can actually begin and start doing this and come and break this place, and then it has done a 4-hour expansion, and it has every right to do that. It can now come back, take here, and then sell out to this place. Is that okay? So as we're taking previous day high, we need what price to do what another expansion. The same way after we take previous day high, we want expansion to the downside. If you want to do continuation after taking previous day high, H4 has to give you what? A new expansion, and then you trade. Okay? So that's why I'm not doing anything. Even though I've taken that high, I'm still waiting. Let H4 actually confirm that I want to buy you before I buy. And then this buy is coming from the other block that we drew the other day between here and here. The other block that we drew here. So you see, we are still very much, in the clear. So let's wait for what I just talked about, and then we can enjoy. All right. So let me see. AUDJPY. I don't have much to do today. If there's anything you're looking at, just drop it on chat. I'll just touch one or two currencies from us. If there's any pair that you are looking at that I have not talked about, just type it out for us, okay? All right, what's happening here? So AUDJPY did something that was very interesting to me. Let me see where it came from. All right. Let me start the analysis again. So from the weekly time frame, okay, yeah, something happened here. So we started a story. Sorry about that. So we started a story here. We swept previous week's low, and then came here and finished the story there. But like I said, when we sweep previous day low, or previous week low, what happens? We tend to, if we take previous day low, we tend to go for that previous week's high. If we take previous week's high, we tend to go for previous week's low. So you see that after taking the low here, we did what? We went for the high. So the same thing has happened again. Can you see that this week is currently sweeping last week's candle? This week that we are in is currently sweeping the last week's candle. So this is a sign that we may continue buying till previous week's high. Can you see that? So now what do we see, or what do we want to see that will validate that buy? Because this sweep that we just saw now is only step one. The sweep that we just saw is only step one. So step two is what? Step two is the expansion. We want to see an expansion and a sweep and break, right? And then step three, we'll now do what? We'll now look for the FVG and inducement for entry. Okay. So let's see. Step one is done. What's step two showing us? Step two now is supposed to give us an expansion, right? But step two is also doing something very important. You see, we use weekly and daily to get direction. Can you see that we're also having daily low sweep here? Yesterday's candle is being swept. Sorry, was this Tuesday's candle was swept by yesterday's candle, and we still have where we still have the high to go that we have not yet reached. Can you see that? So this is another very important sign. So now we can say that we are starting step one all over again by sweeping on the daily. So what is step two? Step two is expansion, and B. All right, let's see. We have expansion on the 4 hours time frame. Yes, we do. So step two is good. See, we expanded on the H4. Abi, H4 has given us a nice expansion. So step two is check. Now, what is step three? Step three is to look for imbalance and this thing to trade from on the 1 hour time frame now. So you check, do we have an imbalance? Yes, we do have an imbalance. We have an imbalance here. We have liquidity there. So you see the AED JPY has every tendency to fall into this place and buy all the way till this guy. The only problem I'm having with this guy is that there are also a couple of imbalances lying down below this place. So when you take a trade, you need to be very sure that your trade is being taken from a protected low. If I put my trade here, price can want to still touch for this, still come for this imbalance, Abi, and they say that my trade now is in trouble. So what we can do, let me see what the FIB is saying. Let me see what the Fibonacci is saying at this point. If I draw the FIB from here to here, okay, you see that. Let me zoom. Let me make it. So you see, if I draw the FIB from here to here, this is the 50% region, and you see that this initial buy is somewhat in the premium zone, and we like to buy from the discounted zone. Can you see that? And then if I'm to place a buy, and at the same time, I don't want us to have a very big stop loss, right, below ES2B. So maybe what we can just try to do is to trade from it's still a big stop loss, but this is not bad. See the way I'm looking at it. Now I'm just applying logic to this entry. Now what do you see here? Where's my pen? You see that we are swept here, but so having something like this now. So this is like a heads and inverse. This is like an inverse heads and shoulders pattern. Whose mic is on? Please mute. Don't worry, I've muted you. Don't worry. I'm going to mute you from here. All right. So you see, this is the left shoulder. This is the head. This is the right shoulder. So when we have an inverse heads and shoulders like this, what happens? Price have every tendency to do what? To come back for the right shoulder. So normally I want to trade from here, and there's every chance that price can even take here and go. But being on the applying logic to the fact that price may want to still seek out imbalance here. This is still imbalance, and this guy can still serve as liquidity. I don't know if I'm getting the point now. Now I cannot vouch for the fact that maybe price may come for this other block because it's far. But if you can take the trade from that right shoulder, it's good enough. Is that okay? So let me see if I can draw it now. Are you seeing the way I'm applying logic to it? It's not just by finding entry. That your entry, is it a smart entry? Right? Yes, we run a risk of missing the trade, but this is a better way to approach this market than entering it from up here. Entering it from up here, you're vulnerable to two things. Number one, if you enter from here, this is the best place, of course, is a key level 1, 2, 3, 4 has imbalance, yes. But the reason why there are two reasons why this place is, I'm skeptical about the number one. This place is lying down in the premium zones, like I drew that you saw. Number two, we still have some imbalances that price has not yet filled. Something can happen and come for this imbalance that is here before price begins the move, right? And now applying the heads and shoulders pattern that we know, this is the left shoulder, this is the head, this is the right shoulder. So price can do what? Price always comes for the right shoulder, sweeps that liquidity, and then buys. So is it not better to be on the safer side here and put your SL below this protected low, because this low, this one here, is more protected than this one. Are we together? This low here is more protected. This side is more protected, right, than what we are having here. Is that okay? So normally this is where I would love to buy from, but because of the way things happen down here, we have to be more objective and try to see if we can buy from here instead. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense. So you see the way I found an entry, but you need to still apply your logic and your idea of trading to that entry. So at least you know that, let it be that you took a good entry and probably you missed the trade, that you took a bad entry and it hit you out. It's better to preserve capital than to lose it. Honestly, that's just the truth. All right. So this is how this trade is going to be for AUD JPY. So let me call this one out now. Let me call this one out. AUD JPY buy. It's gonna be a buy limit. Okay, so the entry price for, please, am I still audible? This are you still hearing me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. The EP for here is 99. That's the entry price, 99.471. The stop loss for the trade is 98.791. And the TP for the trade is 100.921. I know that it's giving us a little bit of an increased SL, but it's better to have an increased SL and our trade is safe. At least it's more reasonable than to have tight stop loss and you're holding your hat in your hand. Okay? So this is what the trade is going to look like for this guy. This is going to look like for this guy. So let us see how this one plays out. So you can go ahead and screenshot the screen, place the trade, and let's see. Something was brewing for CAD JPY. It was very close to entry. I don't know if it has even started, if it has even triggered. Let me see. Oh, okay. So the same view, the same view for JPY pairs, of course, they are JPY pairs, so they move quite, in a uniform way. So the same thing, we had a major high here. This time around, price took that place with the body. So what do we say when price takes with body? We want to buy, we want to continue, Abi, in that direction. So price took this place with the body, so that means you should continue buying. So when price takes something with the body, what do? We go to the next time frame to look at the most recent expansion that we can trade from, which is this guy. So, but what now happened? Instead of price respecting this guy here, it turned around to do what? To go and sweep it. So this was a major low now, because it was something like this, where this was supposed to be protected low, but price came and swept it. Yeah. Then sweeping it or what with a wick. Can you see? And then coinciding with that sweep was a what? Was a daily low sweep. Are you seeing the way we are putting two, three things together at the same place to get direction? Well, I know that it's still a little bit. I'm doing it because I know how to do it very easily. Some people may still have problems, but don't worry, we are going to fix that. So what we are doing here is, you see that this was supposed to be a place that we want to buy from with a protected low. Well, price comes to sweep the protected low with a wick, and then coinciding with that sweep was a what? Was a daily low sweep. So we should be coming for this high. Abi? So let me sorry. So let me mark it out. So we sweep here. At the same time, we sweep here. So it's becoming for where? For here. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing how we do it? Very, very simple. So let's see now. Is the H4 giving us something? Sorry, let me check something. Okay, there's another place here that we can buy. But that'll be later. That'll be if this place should fail. This is where we're going to buy from. I'm going to tell you why. Let me continue first. So we sweep here. So now we have step one now. Step two is step two, and step two giving us this thing. Yes, we had this thing here, an expansion there for step two. So what is step three? Step three is imbalance and everything. So you see that we have an imbalance lying down here, an imbalance lying down here. So these two places are places that price can very easily want to trade from. So let me see where this entry will be. I think H4 embodies it better. See what H4 does? H4 has the sweep. H4 has the sweep and the break, and also has what? And also has the imbalance. So if you're taking this trade, there's going to be a big SL2, but it's just you being on the safer side. Has it triggered? Let me see. Not yet. This one, if you're entering this one, you can enter market execution. I'll not call this one out. If you're entering, you can enter market execution. I'll show you where to place your SL. Stay now. Okay. So SL is going to be below here. That thing that happened on AJ is happening here too. There's heads and shoulders here also. See, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So there's a tendency for price to come for this place. That is why our SL is covering everywhere, because we don't want to miss the trade. We don't want to miss the trade. So it's better we be in a trade and then we are in drawdown, then we buy, than we come and put our entry here, and then the trade just comes, plays around somewhere here and starts going back. Is it not better to be in a trade and then stay for drawdown than for you to miss the trade totally? So that's the view for CAD JPY. So this high is what we're looking out for. Okay, so this is the trade. If you are taking this trade, you can enter it, as market execution, because you are very close to entry. It's a very cute trade. Now, I said something about this low. Why am I looking at this low? If this buy fails, what did I say? I said when we take a place with body, the most recent expansion is what is what is interesting to us, is it not? So if we took here with the body, if I go to line chart, you see that weekly is even kind enough to still give us, a most recent expansion. So if I go to the daily now, yes, daily has another expansion here, but this one too, that is the line down here, is still very powerful. Why? Number one, this was a key level. Price was here and then here before it finally broke. Number two, there is what? There is fair value gap. Number three, there is inducement buildup. So if this place should fail, you know that here has a very high chance of still playing out. Are we together? So don't worry, you're going to understand this thing more. It's very when you know the logic behind the way price moves, you are just going to position yourself for anywhere it is heading to. Okay, so that's that. So CAD JPY, this first trade I just called now is still very valid. So you can take a buy from here, and then if this one doesn't work out, then this is where we are going to be heading for. Okay, so that's that. So my last one is NZD. Yeah, this guy. This guy is very nice, very nice. Let me break down the chart again for you. What did I see here? What was I looking at for this guy? Wait, oh. That's crazy. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, all right. So you're wondering what I have seen. So this is the low that is here. See the way we swept the major low there. That was like a right shoulder kind of low. Are you seeing what I'm saying? That thing I'm talking about. So it's like a left shoulder, it's like a head, it's like a right shoulder. So you see the way price came for the right shoulder and it started buying. So that's how you employ the heads and shoulders pattern. It's like QMR. It's very, very strong. Very strong. So price swept this place now. And then what did it do? It accumulated orders here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This makes this place a very key zone. The way, like, how do I even explain this place? It's like a playground. Like a playground. There are a lot of children. Okay, let me say there's a place that is designated for children to play. And then that place that you see the slides, there is the slide, there is the merry-go-round, there is the seesaw, there is the all those things that children used to play. Then, so if children played here yesterday, because this is where all the facilities for play is, and then they went home. Tomorrow, won't they come back to play here again? Tomorrow they will come back to that place because that is where the playground is. All right. That's how you see when price has interacted with the zone, that becomes like a playground area for price. So price would like to come back to play with that place again before going up. So because children played here yesterday, tomorrow the place that they played all the equipment and facilities, the seesaw, the slides and everything is still here now, Abby. It has been installed at that zone. So price would like to come back to that zone to play. Something like this happened on Euro USD JPY, right? So let me show you. See, are you seeing what I'm saying? This thing happened on USD JPY. See, this was the playground. This was the playground here and here, right? So price does what? Price came back to the playground and then kicked off. Are you seeing? It's a very powerful, this thing. That's why I call it a key level, because price has been there before. Price will likely what come back to that place. Okay. So let's go back to what we're doing. Where were we? Euro NZD. Okay. So that's why I'm very positive about this zone. So what are we now seeing now? Is there liquidity build up? Yes. Yeah. So this becomes our liquidity. So this is how the trade is going to come. It's going to be a big trade though. A big trade, not like, I mean like the SL, right? So this is the fair value gap candle. Normally we should put the SL below here, but I will not do that. This is the fair value gap candle. So putting your SL below the fair value gap candle in such situations is not bad. So this one may not happen today, may never happen this week. But when it comes back here, this is the zone that we're going to look to buy. The only thing we can do, since this trade is coming from the daily time frame, what we can do is we can delete this order, and then when the price comes here on the H4, you can look for what? For a new expansion. If a new expansion occurs, then you can buy from there. Are we together? That's how to approach it. Since this trade is on daily time frame, for us to get a better reward to risk ratio, when price touches here and expands, we can now do what? We can now trade from here. So that's how we do refinement, just like we did for AUD CHF. All right. So that's the plan for Euro NZ. It's very easy, very straightforward. There's no reason to spend the whole time analyzing your chart. When you see it, you jump on it. All right. So somebody said Euro JPY and GGA. All right. Let me see that because I need to Euro JPY. What do I have for that guy? All these JPY pairs they are trying to buy. They are trying to buy. This trade I missed this trade yesterday. Not like I missed the trade, did not come back to my entry yesterday. It was a very nice trade. Let me show you how the trade was. Yesterday, I had daily low sweep. We are very, very bullish. So when we are very, very bullish like that, then I see daily low sweep that indicates buy. I'm very interested. But when we are very bullish and I can see daily high sweep that's indicating sell, I'll be skeptical because why are you not giving me a trade in the direction, right? You can see we took this major area here with the body. So price came back for this place. It has done again, it has come back again. All right. So I came yesterday, I saw daily low sweep to come for the high. So I now went to H4. H4 gave me a very beautiful expansion. So my trade was supposed to come from, where was it again? Where was it? I think just below this right shoulder like this was supposed to be the trade. The trade can still play. The trade can still very much. So the guy did not retrace back before buying. It just went up. So there is every chance for it to still come back here to buy, right? Are you seeing it? Now something has happened today. My network is bad. Please, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Am
Yes,
I
you
Yes,
can
sir.
audible?
go
Can
on,
you hear
sir.
me?
You're very audible.
Okay. You see, today has gone to sweep previous day high. So that's why I'm holding off on the buy. So I want today's candle or today to just come and stay as liquidity. Let today not trigger the trade. So that today's candle will be liquidity for me. So that tomorrow we can do what? Sweep the liquidity and then buy. So if today's candle, I'm not calling this trade, we don't take this trade. If today's candle comes and closes, let me say it comes and closes somewhere here like this. That's very good. It will become liquidity. So tomorrow now we can expect it to sweep and then start the journey. All right. So let us see how today happens. When price sweeps the previous day high like that, we need to still respect it. Mm? So, and then we can eat. But GBP AUD. What do we have for that guy? I think I took that guy off my watch list. I took the guy off my watch list. I'm not. I was looking at the trade here. That's why that buy. That's why. Okay, I'm cracking. Okay, let me change my network, please. Just stay with me. Let me change my network. Maybe it will be better. Okay, can you hear me now?
Very well.
All right. That means I'm back. So I said this one that happened.
Yes, we can hear you.
Let me delete this one because I was just trying to forward test something there. So GBP AUD as what happened, right, is that I wanted to buy. Let's go from the higher time frame. So we took a very key area on the monthly with a body. So that's the sign for continuation, right? So we come to look for the expansion that occurred. So this was the expansion normally, but this inside was a key level, right? That's why I extended the line. So what happened is that price now has traded into the key level that is there. So normally what we want now is the daily time frame should give us what? Should give us an expansion so that we can go to H4 and H1 to give us a trade, right? So currently the daily has not yet given us that expansion. You see why I liked this place? This place was once supposed to be for a sell. Price sold from that place, came back again, sold from that place, and now broke it. So this becomes the playground. That becomes the key level. So when price comes, it's expected that it should do that same thing again. Are we together? So that's why I'm here. So now I want the daily to do what? I want the daily to expand to clear all of this structure, else I will not do anything. Okay? I will not do anything if the daily does not give me that expansion. Okay? I'm not doing anything if the daily does not give me expansion. All right, so that's that. Then he was trying to do some that sell you saw was me trying to check out something.
Please, you are taking it very fast. You are taking it very fast. You know, we are new into the whole thing.
Hello, who's speaking?
Who's speaking? Okay, Chukwu speaking. I say you are taking it fast. You know, we are new. So if you are taking it fast like that, we may not be catching up.
Is this the first time with us? You see, this is the first time, right?
Not first time, but I just entered now. All
right. So what's happened here is that upon taking that low, this is a key level that we want to buy from. So normally, if I see a sell, I will just be very, very careful. What happens for the sell is that we have previous day high sweep here. That sell that you saw on my screen, but I didn't take it because I was trying to study it. So we have previous day high sweep here, and then H4 now gave this nice expansion to the downside, right? And then, yesterday, let's go back to the daily time frame. Yesterday closed bearish. So if there was a retracement on the H1 time frame, that may be where price is going to trade from. I think there was something here like this. So that is the entry. That is how that sell you saw on my screen. This is where it was supposed to come from. But like I said, I did not take the trade. I'm just forward testing it because then I'm expecting a buy. So that sell is skeptical for me. Is that okay? So that's why I did not share, I did not talk about it. I want to see what it does. Like I said, as we're in a buy key level, I want the daily to fully expand. When the daily expands and take out all of these guys, then we can now continue the buy trades. Is that okay? So that's the view for GBP AUD. All right, so that's that for currencies. So let me just share my thoughts on one or two synthetic indices, and then we can call it a day. Don't forget, if you're in Abuja, Abuja seminar is coming up on Saturday, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of us that in Abuja. So I want to see us there. Okay. So flip 20. I've done gold though. I've done gold already. And I have to do synthetics now. So flip 20, we have taken this our high. See, this our high, yeah? We took this our high with a body. So that's a sign for continuation. Very well. So H4 now, this was the last expansion. Look at the line chart. This was the last, where's my pen? This was the last expansion. See, this was the last expansion, break of structure, whatever you like to call it, that occurred. That's why I drew the line, waiting for price to come here to buy. The only thing that will make me to change my mind from buying is if where price is, price goes to clear this guy. Then we can now use trade from the new expansion. Is that okay? So you see, we have built our anticipation. So what we just do is wait for it to go to those places, and then we can trade. Currently, there isn't anything solid for 20. Okay. So we are waiting for it to do either of the things I just mentioned. 40 is retracing to our key level. See our daily key level. See it now. See it now. 1, 2. This is now liquidity. So I want price to touch here, and then it will do what? It will fall all the way till this point. Okay. So that is the idea for vol 40. Okay. Mr. Kehinde, on gold, we are waiting. Gold, we are waiting for an expansion on the H4, either to the upside or to the downside. Anywhere the expansion comes, I'm going to trade to that direction. Okay. Expansion is a break of structure. So if H4 gives us a new break of structure like this, we're going to buy. But if it goes back down to clear the low that was there like this, we are going to sell. You know, it's in a sideways market, so we want a clear direction before we engage. Is that okay, sir? All right. So 40, I want 40 to come inside this place, strip this liquidity here, touch here, and then we can have a free ride to sell 40 till this guy. Like I said, I know we had a sell from here weeks back, but this guy is still looking very interesting for a trade. Okay. 60, I think I've settled for this place for a buy for 60. I've settled for this guy for a buy. So let me go to the weekly time frame. So upon tapping our weekly key level, see, we were playing with this place so many times. Then we now broke the place with fair value gap. You see that when price came back to that place, it kicked off from there again. Abi? So, sorry. So we can now go to the daily time frame to look for expansions. So that's what happened here. We have expanded to the upside many times, one and then the second time. So what I spotted was a QMR, sweep of liquidity, a break, and an inducement. So I'm looking at, now you can also see that this is a left shoulder, this is a head, this is a right shoulder. So we want price to sweep the right shoulder, tap into this other block that is here, and we can cook. All right. So let me see. I think there was imbalance in here. There's imbalance in that place on the weekly. Let me check daily. Daily has a small fair value gap there too. So you see, this place is very, very good. So my synthetic people, this is where we're going to look to buy vol 60 from here. So please position yourselves for this buy on vol 60. All right. There's a buy that's coming here. This place is very nice. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we now break that place. We now have inducement here. So price should come sweep, and then we play. All right. So that's that. Okay, so our flip X1 that we said we will buy from here, you see that is trying to buy from there too. It's simply the idea of key level. It's not magic. It's the idea of key level. So we took into this place. You see that yesterday swept. Please don't write on the screen. So yesterday swept previous day low, and you can see if you go to the H4, let me see, did we expand? Yeah, we expanded, but price did not come for entry shot. Let me check. But you see that we are trying to buy. We have been buying from this our area that we're looking out for. So how do we join in with this buy? Let me see. How do we join in? We have a new expansion here. Let me see. Previous day high has been taken. Previous day high has been taken. Let me see. Okay. All right. So what will happen is when price comes back to this other block, wait for a confirmation on the 1 hour time frame or the M30. Okay. And you have a new expansion on the M30, you can buy. Don't buy straight from this place. When price trades back to this place, look for a confirmation inside of here. That's my synthetics people. All right. That's flip X1. Flip X2. Okay, nothing is here for flip X2. It's just going one direction ever since. 3. Nothing for 3, 2. Waiting for 3 to retrace. It's doing daily low sweep, but that's not enough for me yet because of how bearish that market is. How about flip 4? What's happening here? Oh, okay. Flip 4, we came from this other block. So I saw something here for flip 4 that I wanted to share. Is this place. You see, I like this place. See, 1, 2, 3 touch, fair value gap, and then what happens? We have here as our inducement. All right. So when price enters here on flip 4, please look for a confirmation first before you trade until it is low. Okay. All right. And then lastly is flip 5. But I don't think flip 5 has triggered my other block yet. This is what I'm looking out for flip 5. So I don't have anything yet for this guy until when we trade back there, then we can sell. Okay. So we have 10 o'clock class, so I have to give way. So I thank you very much, Kehinde, Desomi, the person with the numbers as his name. I greet you, Andikan. I greet you, Bridget, Emmanuel, Mr. Henry, Mr. Kehinde, Mr. Kenneth, Oluti, Prince, Sam. Thank God, and the user 826136650. I greet everybody, and I wish us a peaceful week and a lovely week ahead. All right. So have a nice day. We'll see you tomorrow, same time. Goodbye.